Hi, I want to talk to you about good versus evil in tabletop role playing games, or in other words, alignment. So, for those of you who are not aware, in many tabletop role playing games, including Dungeons and Dragons, you choose an alignment. How good are you? How evil are you? How lawful are you? How chaotic are you? Or any of the neutral mixes in between. I do not believe this concept works. I think it is broken, and I think it severely limits you and your creativity as a player. And let me tell you my experience. So, when I was about 8 years old, I started playing Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, which is second edition for those of you that are counting. And in it, they had lots of new, interesting races that came up outside of the core rulebook. You could be a drow or a dark elf. You could be a fairy type creature. You could be, you name it. They had a race for it. The biggest problem I had with a lot of these is I had to be a certain alignment to play certain races. For example, the drows or dark elves had to be evil. I didn't like that. What if I wanted to look like that? What if I wanted to have that elegant gray skin look, at least it was elegant in my opinion, and be a good person, not an evil person? Well, there were some, and I know those people who know the system really well are going to say, well, there are some exceptions, and you can if you do this, this, and this. But why would something like that be an exception to the rule? Why would something like that mean I have to jump through hoops to be who I want to be? In life, there are very, very few times you could say there is somebody who is inherently good or inherently evil. We are just people. We are people who make choices and who have certain behaviors based on those choices. And oftentimes, that line between quote unquote good and evil from someone's perspective has to do with our motivations. And I'll give you a quick example in life. There are a lot of people who are not violent at all. They would not raise a hand to hurt a vicious animal. But you threaten their children, they're going to knock you on your ass. Are they now a violent person? But they committed a violent act. Doesn't that make them violent inherently? The problem is nobody is inherently one thing or another. Even your characters, the characters we love the most, in any fandom we follow, in any book, in any movies, in any TV series, are usually the ones who are not all good or all evil. They are layered. They have motivations, they have reasons for doing what they do, they have personal goals. And that's why we built what we did into the system of Rupture. You choose who you are as a character, not by choosing your alignment, but by choosing what motivates you. What is it you're after in this world? What are you trying to achieve? And your personal goals. What are the things you're fighting for? What are the things you want to support? What are the things you're trying to reach? And this actually gives you the freedom and flexibility and creativity to learn more about your character as you go, because you might be presented with situations you never thought of and realize there are things you never thought you would have done, but because of your personal goal and motivation, you do in that situation. So, I do believe this good versus evil, what alignment is your character, is a very broken system and very much blocks you being a creative, full, rich, layered character in your tabletop role-playing games. And I would love to see what you do, what your motivations are, what your personal goals are as you create unique, deep, rich character concepts in the system of Rupture. So, come on over and let's start playing. Let's create some epic stories together in Rupture.